back up this tanker. I'm going to show you the rear view of this, and then I'm going to give you some tips on dropping and hooking with the tanker in winter time. A few tips on after you've backed up your trailer and you need to unhook. You should get in the habit of doing things in the same order every time. And usually you want to go in order of what you come to first, second, third, fourth, and so on. Try to do things in order and try to set up a habit. Because then, if you forget to do something important, like say you forget to pull the fifth wheel pin or something, or say you forget to put the landing gear down, if you do things the same way every time and don't jump around every time you do it, to get used to doing things the same way, things will. So one of the first things you want to do when unhooking, after you've set your brakes and pulled both your knobs out so both your brakes are set, then you get out. And first thing you want to do is crank your landing gear down. It's the first step that you want to do. And then you're doing a walk around while you do this. You're doing this, and then you work your way around and you're checking everything, and you try to walk around the whole trailer, checking your tires and everything while you do this. So right now I'm gonna put my landing gear down. Always pay attention to these stickers that tell you which way to extend or whatever. They're half the time they're wrong. But try that way first, and that don't work, you go the other direction. They're not always right. These two extend landing gear legs or not labels are not always right. So there's another tip for you. Try that first, but then try the other way, because it's not always going to be right. When you get down here, now you're working against the ground, and you want to keep turning until you hear the airbags release air. And then you keep going for another turn or so, and then put the thing on. Check, set that up. Just like that. I'll go do a walk around. Make sure you bring your hammer with you. And I should have grabbed my air gauge too. I'm not really worried about it. I pretty much know my tires are gonna be fine, but it's good to have that with you too. Have your air gauge. A tire thumper does not replace your air gauge, okay? So we go around and we pump our tires on the trailer, and we could do it on the truck too, which we will. Check your light. Check every light. Make sure every light is working. Put it on dead center. And that's a good solid hit there. To hit the other ones again. If you have these yellow tabs, this don't matter. You have these yellow tabs, those are on there. Those are on there so that when you pick up your trailer, like in winter time or whatever, they're there so you can watch those spin from the driver's window through your mirrors to make sure your tires are rolling and their brakes aren't caught and froze up, and that your wheels are turning and you're not burning up brakes and dragging your tires without them spinning and ruining tires. So very important. So I've been trying to figure out what those were for, and I found out this winter what they're for the hard way. So check all your lights, make sure your trio's working, make sure that you have your hazards on, so watch their blinkers. Some people will make sure that they do their turn signals left and right from front and back. A lot of drivers will just rely on their hazards. You can decide what you want to do. Suggestion is, they always suggest that you do both, but when you're by yourself, it's a lot harder when you got a co-driver that can get out and do that. It just depends on how nitty-gritty and how picky you want to be. But it also depends on how much you're worried about getting a DOT inspection and getting caught, having a light out, and having that fix-it ticket, and having something on your record. So, very important. So, all right. Look for anything damaged. I'm dropping this off. This is a fully loaded tanker. And we're gonna go over and get a empty after that. So see how we got these? These are just plastic straps here. Make sure those are turning. You also got these gauges. I don't like to be by these. I think they suck. All right, once you've gone around and done that, you're checking all your lights. Check your truck lights. You look, not in the way. Check to make sure those lights there, yeah, right there, are working. And I got these super signals on here. I already know they're good, but you still want to check them. Anyway, you don't want just to assume. And then you want to get up and unhook your stuff here. short distance just across the lot, then you can lay those like that. Otherwise, I suggest putting them in the holders, which are right here. There's a place right here that you put electric cord, 2 air lines go in right there. This is the proper place to put them. And so for this video, I'll put them on here. So they've all got a place, the red, the blue, the electrical line. It's supposed to be best to put them in those holders so they don't drop down and get snagged in something while you're going down the road, or all kinds of reasons. Also helps keep stuff out of the air lines and the electrical end there. Helps keep those clean and helps prevent that stuff from getting in there. As long as you're just going across the lot, you can lay them on the catwalk, but otherwise, it's highly suggested that you put them in the holders. Pull your 5th wheel pit. Everybody does it a little different. Some people use 5th wheel pullers, which I don't like. I don't use them. But here, I'm gonna change views here. I like to get in here, my hand, let's see. My hand right there, lift up, yep, pull. You pull until it clicks in right there, and then as long as that's out, you know that it's pulled. And now all we gotta do is pull out from underneath it. The other thing you gotta do is sometimes you will dump your bag sometimes. It's just kind of a preference and it's situational. Sometimes you want to do it, sometimes you don't. It's just all kinds of reasons why you might want to lower the bags to help you get out from underneath it smoother. Or if you're dropping for a truck that sets higher up and you want to keep this up, there's all kinds of reasons you might want to do that or not do it. Lately I've been more not doing it because it seems to be smoother than when I do it, because on this truck the frame drops down quite a bit on this. So alright, so now I'm gonna skip to going over and showing you what to do when you're hooking up to a trailer in winter time. And I'll show you a few things you got to do and check when we get over to the other lot where the empties are at. So give me a minute, give me a second, and I'll be right over there. I gotta go get my paperwork signed and things like that. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm over here at the lot with the empty trailers across the street. And I've just lined up with this tanker back here, getting ready to back underneath it. And I'm gonna go over step by step on hooking up to a trailer, especially a tanker. So I don't pull dry van trailers right now anymore. So I can't do that video, but it's pretty much the same thing on a tanker. Same thing, there's just a few extra things with a food grade tanker than dry van, because you got to worry about more so with frozen brakes than you do with the dry van. So tankers tend to go indoors, especially if they're food grade and get hooked up and they're in a warm building, in a warm bay. And usually there's a lot of moisture in there, especially when they've been washing them out. Especially food grade, they gotta rinse and sanitize and make it all nice and clean for the next load of whatever food grade item they're putting in. And here at Randy's, where we pull tanker loads of liquid egg, whether it's liquid yolk or whites or whole egg or whatever it might be, it's pulling liquid egg. And So it's a food grade, and they in between each load they gotta rinse them out, sanitize them where they're supposed to be. And so we're gonna go over here, and I'm gonna go step by step how to hook up to a tanker trailer in wintertime. It's wintertime, even though it's not freezing temperatures right now. It's like 36 degrees here, but that's why I'm kind of choosing to do this video here, because this way I'm not freezing my butt off trying to do it. But I will try to do a video doing it in the actual conditions at some point, as I have the opportunity to do so, basically. So let's get over here and go over how to properly hook up to a trailer. And some of this is the same no matter what kind of trailer you're backing up under, and some of it only applies to tankers. You'll just have to pay attention, and I'll show you. And anybody watching this video, if there's anything I left out, you other truckers, if there's anything I've left out, please get in the comments and write that in the comments below, so the people watching this video can go down there and see the comments. Sometimes you learn more from the comments in videos like this than you do from the actual video itself. So please read the comments in videos when you watch it, whether they're my videos or somebody else's videos on a how-to of anything. You never know when somebody is going to get on and point out something that was missed or not talked about or explained as well as it could have, or whatever. Sometimes you can just learn more in the comment section. And always watch more than one video on YouTube. Don't just watch my videos, watch other people's videos as well on how to back up under a trailer, how to back up, how to do all kinds of stuff, no matter what it is, whether it's trucking video or any other kind of video. Just watch more than one person's videos, so you get more than one point of view and you hear information more than one way or more than one time, so you remember it better. And somebody might explain certain things better than the other guy or gal did on whatever it is you're trying to learn about. So anyway, let's get to it. Alright guys, so see the fifth wheel plate there, right there, and then there's the trailer right there. And you want to make sure that they're pretty level with each other before you go back up underneath. You also want to make sure that you're evenly placed in front of the trailer, left and right. Make sure you look like you're dead center against the trailer and not coming in at the trailer at an angle. It helps a lot. I've noticed, especially in years past, dry van trailers, that if you back under a trailer crooked, it sometimes can promote your trailer to dogleg, which means it's gonna off track even going straight down the road. But if you back straight underneath the trailer, it promotes the trailer to want to pull straighter. The other thing is, like with tankers, you really don't set the tandems and stuff, but with dry van trailers and reefers and other kinds of trailers, sometimes you'll move the trailer tandems, and if the trucker who backed underneath that trailer didn't back up straight with that trailer when he was moving tandems and resetting the bridge lock, the tandems, you know, back and forth, if they're not straight against it, it can promote the pins and stuff getting in there weird, and then the trailer will want to dogleg until it's reset again with someone who has backed up against it straight when they reset the pins. So always make sure, especially when moving tandems, that you back up straight with the trailer, straight line with the trailer, in a straight line, as straight as you possibly can before you back up, because it could promote doglegging. Not so much in tankers. I haven't noticed it so much with tankers, and I backed up crooked underneath them quite a bit and haven't seen the tankers really want to dogleg as much. I haven't noticed it. It might have happened. Anyway, the other thing you want to make sure that when you're backing underneath the trailer, you want to make sure that the fifth wheel pin, that is level. So all right, now let's see. See, that's pretty level. When I back underneath that, it's straight in line, and when you back into that, that fifth wheel pin's going to go right in the groove. I'm a little off center. I think maybe that's just the camera angle. Yeah, it's just the camera angle. And when I back up underneath, you want it to get pushed up just ever so slightly. And so you want to make sure that you're straight in line and make sure that it's as low as possible. Otherwise, you're going to go crank the handles up and down. So thankfully, it's at the right level, and I can just back underneath it. So I'm going to back underneath, and you guys can watch the handle pop in when I get underneath the trailer right. So I'm just going to leave this angle right here for you. Okay, so what happened there? It's not as low as it should be, is it? So we need to put the trailer down. So what we do is, I'm gonna back up, I'm gonna pull forward a little bit, just a couple inches to get this fifth wheel pin out of there, and then just get a little forward, and then I'm gonna go on the other side. So for some reason, tankers are on the passenger, the dolly crank handle is on the passenger side instead of the driver's side, like most other trailers I've had. Usually with a dry van or reefer trailer, those dolly crank handles will be on the driver's side. Everything is pretty much on the driver's side, other than when you walk around to thumb tires and check lights. But for some reason, tankers are on the passenger side. I don't know why. But all right, let me pull up, and then I'll go crank that. Alright guys, so this fifth wheel plate is not low and is not high enough for this trailer, so I gotta put the trailer down, dolly the trailer down just a little bit, so that the trailer will be raised up a little bit when I back underneath it. You want that kingpin right there, that pin right there that you see hanging down, go right in there and connect. You want it to be laying on this fifth wheel plate right here when I back underneath it. So, alright. this down a little bit. Like I said, don't pay attention to these because they're not always right. Sometimes they're the wrong way. It's the right way this time. Most of it, Randy's trailers, these labels are right, but not all of them. There are a few that those labels are right or don't even have the labels on them. But most of them, you crank towards the front to put the legs down, or crank towards the back to bring them up. So I'm trying to bring them up, so we're going to go opposite of that arrow. So, all right. Okay, that is more than good enough. More than good enough. That's going to raise up. I didn't even need to go down that low. So that's, you want to get it down. If it's a little low, that's not a big deal. Except for if you're loaded. Loaded tanker's a little hard to get underneath if it's too low. Especially if it's icy or slippery out. But here you go. Okay. One of the things you want to check is to make sure that those locking jaws are closed. See, those are closed. Always need a flashlight even in daytime for this, guys. Make sure you bring a flashlight in the daytime to look underneath your trailer. Make sure your locking jaws are latched around the kingpin. All right. Okay. Like I said, I always do things in the same order. Whenever I get hooked underneath, check that. I'll climb up here and hook up my air lines and my electrical line. Alright, once you hook up those, the other telltale sign that that thing is latched is that this handle popped in. Alright. Okay, now next thing we do is I'm going to turn on the truck, so we're going to have to deal with the idling of the engine. I've been trying to keep it off so you guys can hear me. And I'm gonna get in here, I'm gonna start the truck, and I'm gonna push in my air lines so that I can pretend like it is below freezing. And we're gonna go back and we're gonna smack the brake drums. Pretend like we're trying to make sure all the brake pads are not frozen to the brake drums. Okay, I'm gonna show you all about that. Set your idle so your truck don't shut off on you. So okay, we're gonna go around the trailer and we're gonna check stuff. We are gonna go this way first. I don't need to check the drive tires because I know they're good. They shouldn't be sticking to all the freeze. It's about freezing anyway. But come back and you're thumping all your tires and checking all your lights. Okay, you don't only want to thump your tires. Okay, we released the trailer brakes. And we gotta move with this. Smack it harder than that. I know it's above freezing and they're released, but this is what you gotta do during winter time if it's below freezing. And smack the brake drum. Top and bottom. But we know that they're released. I'm just doing this just to show you that you want to be smacking them harder than that. You want to get them on the top and bottom, and sometimes it's hard to get into, depending on what kind of trailer you're pulling. Depending on what kind of trailer you're pulling can depend on how easy it is to get to your brake drums. And this can happen on any one of your tires. When it gets, the colder it gets, the worse it can be. The more moisture there is and the more below freezing it is, the more this can happen to anybody. It's more likely to happen to trailers that have been in and get washed and then go out in the freezing cold. They've been inside a building and then get brought out in the cold. So that's something that you want to pay attention to. But you want to double check to make sure that all your tires are rolling down the road and not being dragged. And then you're ruining tires and smoking up brakes possibly. So that's something you're going to want to pay attention to. So that's for winter time. Summertime you shouldn't have to worry about that too much. Alright, you get back to the back, you want to check all your lights, make sure all working, they're all working. And I'm grabbing an empty, you gotta make sure you have it plastic sealed here. And when you get to the front, you gotta check the nose box to see if there is a wash ticket there, which sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. Sometimes they have the wash ticket inside of this, and I can't get into that. They've got that all sealed up, and I can't get to it if they put the wash ticket in there. So sometimes you don't know if there is a wash ticket on the trailer. So there you go. back tire there. Feels like it's a little low on air. So we'll see if the auto, there's a, I can't remember what it's called, an auto something or other that will fill up them tires the rest of the way and fix it. And there is a TPMS monitor thing up on the dash that you can set the air pressures for the for some of this stuff, mainly for the front, but there's a gizmo in here that will auto fix the tires and fill up the tires. But that means I might want to tell whoever, I might want to tell my dispatcher, the people back on Randy's, that they need to check the tires out on this trailer, especially on the side, because they feel spongy. All right. One thing you want to learn how to do is to get a crank that works really well. Some of them are a little stiffer than others. When you get a really nice new trailer, the landing gear might work really smooth and you can go really fast and flip it around real quick. But a lot of these might have resistance, man, may not be able to go there. So, I'm getting ready to go take off. I just did pre-trip on the trailer. All the lights look good. The tires look pretty good. When I hit push, when I get going, the auto fix might fix it. I'm just driving across town to the Loves, and if it's not pulled up right, I can fill the tires up with air there. Instead of using my 50-foot air hose in my side box of my truck. So I always try to go to the truck stops and hope that their air hoses work, because all the lot more better pressure. They usually fill them up a lot faster than what it is with the 50-foot air hose that you can carry with you. So in places like this, if you have a flat tire, you can hopefully fill it up, or a low tire, you can hopefully fill it up. But I know I'm not going very far to a truck stop, and then hopefully be able to fix that. So, all right, that's some of the things you got to do. Make sure that before you take off, make sure you check to make sure that all those yellow tabs, if you got them, make sure that those tires, all those tires are spinning when it's below freezing. Make sure you're not dragging any trailers on your truck or trailer. It can happen on your steers, your drives, or your trailers, so make sure you're checking them all. And just be careful. In winter time, there's all kinds of stuff that happens. That freaky cold can do a lot. Just like in the summertime when it gets really, really hot, there's things you got to worry about too. But in winter, there's almost more hazards. thanks guys for watching this video, and leave any comments or questions below. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do so, and hit the bell so you're notified of all my upcoming videos. Every time I post a video to show you guys stuff, you guys will see it. And hopefully you've learned something today, and make sure you watch other people's videos as well. Thanks guys.